Hi everyone, my name is Eleni, I'm from Yoga Hari Healings, and today I thought that I could just start off with a little pranayama practice and a meditation practice. And we'll probably start off the practice with a little bit of asana just to get prana moving, to get the chest and open and broad in preparation for pranayama. And then the pranayama that we're going to do is going to lead into a beautiful meditation of the heart. So let's just get into it and see how we go. Hopefully this practice won't be any longer than half an hour. So I'll talk you through the practice as we go along, but just to start with, we'll do a little bit of shoulder opening, chest opening work, just and sitting down in Siddhasana as I am here. Or Siddha Yoni Asana if you're a female. Otherwise, and then from there we'll move into a Bhastrika Pranayama, which is a very kind of quick staccato-like pranayama that's driven from the navel center. And then we'll move into a beautiful meditation practice that is working with Anahata chakra. And then we'll just see how we go with that. There are a couple of contraindications actually for Bhastrika Pranayama. So if you have any really active digestive issues or bowel issues, or if you have any heart problems, if you're pregnant, if you're menstruating, if you have any issues with your eyes or head or high blood pressure, where you can't have any undue pressure in the head, this pranayama isn't for you. Like, it's a contraindication, and you're better off just doing what I call Ujjayi breath and Ujjayi 1, which is just a long, slow, deep inhalation, long, slow exhalation. And you can do it with a slight Jalandhara Bandha, where you're just drawing the chin down and lifting the heart up. It doesn't have to be too aggressive, it can just be really soft. And just a gentle in-breath, smooth, longer out-breath. That's for the contraindication. So when I go through Bhastrika, I'll remind you to do Ujjayi 1 pranayama. Okay, so let's get into it. So first of all, what I'm going to get you to do is sit in a sitting position, and I've chosen Siddhasana or Siddha Yoni Asana for women. So it's pretty much a very similar sitting position, except where you place the heels of the feet. If sitting isn't accessible for you, feel free to sit on a chair in an upright position with your feet flat onto the floor and ankles below the knees. But if you're able to sit, let's sit in Siddha Yoni Asana. So I'll call it Siddha Yoni Asana because I'm female. So we're going to take the left heel into the opening of the vagina, and then the right heel comes on top, and the right heel is meant to touch the clitoris. The right toes are going to tuck between the thighs and the calf, and if you can tuck the left toes between the calf and the thigh as well. I'm still working towards that, so I can't do that. So for me to be able to sit in a relatively comfortable position for meditation, I'm just going to do this variation. If this isn't accessible to you, just place one heel in one foot in front of the other onto the floor. If Siddha Yoni Asana doesn't feel comfortable, feel free to just sit in Sukhasana. Okay, and of course for men, you place the heel into the perineum, and the top heel comes around the pubis, and you tuck the toes behind the calf and the thigh as well. So once you've done that, let's just make sure that our foundation is firm. So placing the weight of the body evenly across the buttocks, and your shoulders are centered above the hips, And even though the knees might not be touching the floor, that's fine. Get whatever support that you need underneath the buttocks. It is really good to use a little bit of height. This just helps tilt the pelvis slightly forward and sit with an elongated spine. And it's really important that we do sit with an elongated spine so that it creates more present moment awareness. It creates awareness and focus, and it really brings us into our practice. So once you've done that, I like to place my hands just onto my thighs, sometimes a little further back to help that broadening and opening of the chest. So once you've done that, sitting tall with the straight spine, lifting up through the rib cage and the sternum, we're going to take the hands out. Then we're going to fold the thumbs into the palms, fold the fingers over the thumbs, and let's just rotate our wrists. The arms are up about shoulder height. And as you're rotating the wrist, just take a few normal, gentle breaths. Just remember to breathe. Make sure that you're not tightening through the jaw. And then rotating the wrist the other way. Keep breathing. And then just opening and closing the hands, just to get energy and stretch through the hands and the fingers. And then we're going to lift up through the sternum, bring the shoulder blades onto the back ribs, draw the arm bones back into the shoulder sockets, and inhale, take the arms out to the side. Keep the arms up about shoulder height, lifting up from the base of the sternum, reaching out through the thumbs and the fingertips. And again, the shoulder blades are hugging onto the back ribs, the front of the throat is gently drawing back, the crown of the head is lifting towards the ceiling, and feel like you're stretching your arms away from the center of the chest. Then we're going to inhale, we're going to rotate the arms from the shoulder joint and turn the palms, the outer wrists and the little fingers towards the ceiling. The outer wrists move down towards the floor. Again, just extend the arms away, feel that stretch to the upper arms and out through the fingers. And on your next exhaling breath, gently draw the fingers down towards the floor and push out through the wrists. Keep breathing here. Couple more breaths. And then we're going to inhale, bring the fingers up and then bring the arms up into Urdhva Hastasana, arms above the head. The hands and the arms are about shoulder width apart, and then you're externally rotating the upper arms, bringing the outer wrist, little fingers towards one another. Gently draw the top of the shoulders down. And there's a slight drawing back of the navel, and even the area below the navel, lifting up through the side waist and the rib cage. Use the breath now to support the height of the arms, breathing evenly into both lungs. Use a little deeper breath here and a smooth, steady exhalation. And then we're going to exhale, release the arms out to the side with the palms still facing the ceiling. Inhale, turn the palms forward, bring the arms forward, round off the back, tuck the chin towards the chest, stretch through the shoulder blades. Inhale, bring the hands to the chest, lift up through the chest. Exhale, take the arms out to the side, lift up from the base of the heart, lift up from the pit of the throat. Inhale again, one more time, bringing the palms together, tucking the chin. Exhale, hands to the chest, lifting up through the chest, exhaling, the arms go out to the side. Extending out through the fingertips, exhaling, bringing the head back to center. And then we're going to turn the palms up, rotating the arms from the shoulder joints. And we're going to fold the thumbs into the palms, fingers over the thumbs. And then we're going to bring the hands to the shoulders, extend the arms up. Hands to the shoulders, extend the arms out. Hands to shoulders, extend the arms up. Hands to shoulders, extend the arms out. Now keep going. I'm not going to talk you through it. You just work through it at your pace. I'm going to close my eyes because I really like to get into the breath and the feeling and the movement of the body. And it's your choice how fast you go or how slow you go. But eventually with time, try to speed it up. And you might find that the breath here moves a little bit like Bhastrika, where it's just short and shallow. Keep going. Keep that spine long, the chest lifted, the heart lifted, jaw and face soft. A few more rounds, keep going. 2 more. And then exhale, just gently allow the arms to float back down, to rest onto the thighs. Keep the heart and chest lifted. Come into the sensation and feeling into the breath, into the shoulders, into the chest, into the lungs. Breathe. Great. Now, keeping the eyes closed, we're going to move into Bhastrika from here. So as you lift up through the chest and the sternum, make sure that the vertebrae of the spine are gently stacked one on top of the other. And you can almost imagine that there are little bubbles of light between each of the vertebrae. And now from here we're going to move gently into Jalandhara Bandha. So as you lift the sternum up, the shoulder blades come onto the back ribs, the side chest comes forward, the crease of the armpits lift. The top of the shoulders gently soften away from the ears, and then just gently draw the chin down towards the forehead, down towards the chest, And as you do that, the sternum lifts simultaneously to the chin. So in a very gentle Jalandhara Bandha, the back of the neck feels open and airy. The forehead is soft, the temples are soft, the inner gaze is very soft. Make sure the jaw is soft, you're not clenching the back of the teeth. Just take a few steady breaths. Maintain the upward posture, maintain the lift and openness of the chest. So as we breathe here, continue to breathe in this way as I explain Bhastrika. So the pranayama is driven from the navel center. So this is where you exhale and you're drawing the inner ring of the navel back towards the spine. Inner ring of the navel, inner abdominal wall back towards the spine. I was taught not to do it too aggressively. And what you're trying to do as you're drawing that back, the upper chest will move slightly, but try to keep the movement to the upper body minimal. And we're going to do, I practice 40 stokes, so 40 times, and then after the 40th, I take a long, deep inhalation, long, slow exhalation, so that Ujjayi 1 breath. And then I continue to do another round of 40, inhale and exhale Ujjayi breath, and then another round. So I do 3 rounds of 40 stokes each. This might be too much for you. So let's just start with 15 stokes, and then we'll do 1 Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi 1 breath, and we'll do 3 rounds of this. So when you're ready, keep that upright posture. The spine is straight, but you're not rigid. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, relax the elbows beside the body. Bring the side, the pit of the chest forward, the armpit chest forward, And then we're going to gently stay in Jalandhara Bandha. Remember not to collapse the chest, let the sternum lift towards the chin, back of the neck is airy. Keep the inner gaze soft, keep the face soft. Take an in-breath. And exhale, and then when you're ready you inhale, and the first stoke is on the exhalation, and do 15. Now that was one round for me. Remember, you're doing Ujjayi breath if you have a contraindication to this pranayama, to Bhastrika. Now when you take the long Ujjayi breath in the next round, if you want to do a slight kumbhaka, remember the contraindications with it, so not doing the kumbhaka. If you have a contraindication, if you are doing it, just to break the tension before you exhale, you can exhale a little, like a little teaspoonful of breath before you exhale fully. So we'll do 2 more rounds in this way. I won't talk you through it, you just go through it in your own pace. So readjust your posture if you need to. Center the weight of your body. Now you do one more round. We're going to inhale, long, deep, slow inhalation. Now before you bring your head up from Jalandhara Bandha, take a deep inhalation, and then on the exhalation, lifting the chin away from the sternum, bringing the head back to neutral position. Take any mudra position that you like for your meditation. Just notice the effects on the mind, on the breath, on the prana. Soften the mind. Be with the breath. And then very gently allow your awareness to move away from the periphery of your body. Let's come into the center of the heart. So move awareness within the chest cavity, feeling into the physicality of the heart, within that spacious chest cavity. Now you might find that the chest cavity feels a little more spacious. The lungs feel a little easier to receive the breath. The mind feels a little stiller. And as you move now within the physicality of the heart, let's move beyond, to move towards the space within the heart that is beyond our physical body. Let's even transcend the transcendent. Let's even move beyond the heart-mind, the emotional thinking heart. and see if we can penetrate into the spiritual heart, the open unconditionality aspect of the heart. Where there's equanimity. And as we open ourselves up to that experience of equanimity, let's gently bring a visualization into the space of the heart. So gently begin to visualize a beautiful, calm lake. And you're experiencing this lake under the night sky, under a full moon. You can see the full moon being reflected in the surface of the lake and the beautiful stars at night. And the surface of the lake within your heart is tranquil and calm. And on the surface of that lake, begin to visualize a white lotus floating gently on the surface of the lake. And begin to visualize that white lotus made of bright, white, luminous light. In its full bloom and in its openness. Put the mind aside and abide within this tranquil lake, within this beautiful white lotus. Under a moonlit sky. Try not to force the visualization. Sometimes we can hold the visualization for a moment or two, and then it escapes us. If you're finding that you have to really grasp towards the visualization, even though you may have had it for a while, then maybe this is the time to complete your meditation and just sit with closed eyes in open awareness. Notice how the breath becomes subtle. How our thought stream slows down. Now very gently we're going to release that meditation, or if you like, feel free to stay here for as long as you like. But as we slowly bring the practice and the meditation to a close, gently release that visualization. Begin to feel the outline of your body sitting in your meditation posture. If you can, remember the room that you're sitting in and the placement of its objects. Bring that into your awareness now. Notice sounds around you. And then to complete our practice, let's bring our hands into Anjali Mudra with the fingers pointing outwards. In this mudra of blessing power, and let's extend the benefits of our practice to all beings in all realms. And let's complete the practice with the last line of the Shantipat mantra, and then Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Chant the last line of the peace mantra 3 times. And now really drop into the meaning of the mantra, where we're extending welfare out to all beings. May all beings in all realms be happy. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Tatastu Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. May it be so. I am that essence. I am that essence. I am that essence. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you've really enjoyed that practice, and see you next time.